Writer's block or creator's block, whatever you want to call it, is totally natural to the creative process. But I think the narrative of it being this period of time you experience in between ideas kind of contributes to that idea that inspiration is something that just comes to you or bestows itself upon you. But I've come to learn through my education and through creating things myself that great ideas really don't just come to you. You have to get at least halfway to them. The unique thing about being an artist professionally or trying to be an artist professionally is that you never really have a 9 to 5. Your personal time or your time at home is still time to work. Because the time between when you get up and when you start working and when you get home and you go to bed are when you should be forming your creative habits. These habits are often the kind of things people are going to tell you to do to get past writer's block, but I think you should be doing them even when you're in the middle of a project you absolutely love, even when inspiration is just raining down upon you. Because if you make them a ritual, if you make them a part of your routine, then you're prepared for when that writer's block strikes. Or more importantly, you're more prepared to receive and to notice inspiration when it's going past you. So the next couple things I'm going to list off, yes, they're ways to defeat writer's block, but they're also rituals that I think are definitely worth enacting in your day-to-day life. Is this video entirely inspired by Twila Tharp and Shayna, my creative methodology class that I talked about last video? Yes, it is, but that's okay, because I'm taking inspiration from them. So creative ritual number 1, journaling. Not just the kind of journaling where you talk about your day or how you're feeling, although that is also very valuable. I'm talking about creatively challenged journaling. What I've found works super well for me is writing while timed. In that period of time, I will not pick up my pen or stop writing at all. It doesn't matter if I get to a point where I'm just going, I don't know what to write, I don't know what to write, I don't know what to write. Because the hope is eventually I will push past that and think of something. And it doesn't have to be pretty. Like here, I actually started filling up the margins of the paper with words and wrote to the very bottom. But I think allowing myself to be messy visually really pushed me to explore some of those messier thoughts as well and some of those messier ideas. Ritual number 2 is simple: silence. For some people, and definitely for me, this means try meditating. And if the first time it feels uncomfortable or strange or you don't like it, that's okay. It doesn't have to be a comfortable experience every time. It certainly isn't for me. Nobody ever said sitting alone with yourself was supposed to be fun or enjoyable. Sometimes it's hard, but confronting the busyness of your own mind allows you to realize what's been distracting you, what's been pulling your focus away from your work. If you really think meditating isn't your thing, it's not something you like to do, then I challenge you to do your commute without distractions. This has got 2 really good benefits. The first one is that you're going to find a lot of inspiration in the people around you and the things occurring in your general vicinity. And secondly, just like with meditating, it allows you to sit with your thoughts and process things. It was an assignment I got a little while ago for my class. We had to go a full week without listening to music, reading, our phones, any distractions on our commute. And beyond just boosting my creativity, it was really refreshing. I realized I was a lot more awake, I was remembering things a lot better, my anxiety and stress levels went down. And after that 1 week, I've started listening to music or reading on the train a little bit, but I also definitely do about half my commutes in silence now. I totally understand if you're skeptical. I know my generation, I know we love our headphones, but try it for just a week and see how it works for you. Ritual number 3, although it's not really a ritual, but start thinking about the kind of art you're consuming. Now, there's nothing wrong with having your guilty pleasures, some trashy TV you like to watch, or some dumb YouTube channel that you find really funny but doesn't really add a lot of value to your life. But start spending some free time consuming the greats of whatever medium you study, and other mediums on that note. Like if you're a filmmaker, don't just watch amazing films, read really good books, go to museums, like theater shows. Observe, analyze, and try to understand how other people communicate human emotion through other mediums. Your brain, this guy up here, is a muscle. If you're accustomed to watching a lot of Bob's Burgers and Jenna Marbles and playing video games in your free time, it can be really boring to watch some foreign 3-hour movie. But that's just because your brain isn't trained to. You can inch your way towards it, read some more challenging books, listen to some music you wouldn't usually listen to, watch a movie or two that's kind of out of your range. And I kid you not, eventually that is going to become your preferred method of entertainment. But it's something you gotta teach yourself, something you gotta work towards. And the more you consume content that really can inspire and change your own, the better your work is gonna get. It just makes sense. All right, number 4, I think this is gonna be the last one, and it's very open-ended, but try new stuff. This kind of goes in line with the kind of media you consume, but do things and do them with intention. Like, don't just go to a yoga class. Go to yoga and really think about the ways mind and body connect. Maybe ask the instructor some morning exercises that you can try. See how it helps loosen up your brain, loosens up those writing skills or whatever other art you might study. If you're a storyteller of any kind, the more you've lived, the better stories you're able to tell. Also, acting exercises. Like, I always recommend just bizarre, unique acting exercises. I may be biased, I'm dating an actor, I know, but I've been trying this thing called egg recently. The idea is you start as an egg, so you start as contracted as humanly possible, and then you just try out different positions. This is head out egg, I guess. I would call this birthing egg, frustrated egg, sun salutation egg, anxious and concerned egg, fried egg, scrambled egg, my legs cannot stretch this way egg, flashing the camera egg, and chicken. You don't have to name the positions, that's totally fine, but I think there's kind of like two purposes behind this exercise. The first is that when you start in that egg position, your body can't contract anymore. You have to expand and grow and take up more space, which I think is always a good practice for artists. We like to sort of hovel away into a corner and disappear sometimes. Secondly, and most importantly, it just frees up those creative muscles. You're moving your body in ways you normally don't, ways that probably feel kind of weird and uncomfortable and awkward, and that starts to open up some of those creative blocks and create new ideas. It just gets me thinking about space and relationships to space in a different way.